Everyone, this is Nibiru Watcher. It is April 8th, 2017, and I've got two phenomena happening in the sky, and I believe I have a pretty good theory and vindication of what they are and what we're seeing on videos, in the skies, on cameras, and some very bizarre stuff that nobody has an explanation for. So it's time to think outside the planet Earth, maybe another planet that's causing these reactions. And I had made a video, two of them. One was Plasma's whirlwind, dark spider plasma cloud, and it's attempted to be debunked. We can see in this video that we're going to see the distortion in front of a lens, which I was accused of it being water. We have no other water droplets. This is a foggy night. By the way, this seems to happen best on these foggy nights, with a mist in the air, kind of acting as a hologram, something that light can be distorted with. And at this point in the video, we can see the presence of the red object here, not a water droplet. I'm showing you that this is a projection of the, you understand projection because we have the lens system in outer space. Go back and watch those videos, but this red dot here is basically kind of like a shadow, but more like a holographic projection from the lens system in outer space. So I know it sounds crazy, just go back and watch, but let's go on, because in fact I'm going to jump right into it. With this lensing action here, what I mean by the lenses and the lens array creates a projection-like effect, projecting from one side of the atmosphere to the other to bend this out. Please go back and watch my other previous videos where I show this video. Basically shows you the fake sun and the lens array here and the smaller ones here during an Australian sunset in Australia. So you can see that the planet X outside the lens is being projected, looking like a ghost-like holographic projection in front of the clouds. So I'm not saying that planet X is in front of the clouds. You guys will say, oh, the object is in front of the clouds. That's why I call it. It's more like a projection because the light is being distorted from your view. And again, in this quick demonstration, I have a magnifying glass showing how the changing of the focal point from your eyes will hide the object using a simple lens. However, these are not the kind of lenses that are actually in our space. As you see, as the focal point moves from your eyes, it will disappear. Poof. It will reappear further in space as a hologram. And if there's multiple of these, and if those light waves converge, it will actually form a hologram. I will show you in this video at 34 seconds, happening in a fraction of a second. Let's watch this video. Did you see that? Watch that again. Clip. What does that look like slowed down? Let's fast forward a little bit in slow motion. Now I had to further slow this down to show. Wow, that is freaky. Please go to Tarot ZAMM's channel and watch that. Okay, so with that being said, I had slowed this video down further to show, to break this video down. Now I believe what's happening here. I don't have all answers. It is just a theory. But I do believe it is Planet X. And its magnetic field would only be the one that would strong enough with its magnetic field 8 AU in radius, or 755 million miles. Look at that. Let's attempt to break this down. That is absolutely crazy. Okay, so let's watch that again. Now, you can see I believe part of the distortion factor here with light is that the density of the air has become lighter, and the density of the air in front of it is heavier. And whenever you got different densities, it will distort light. That's how lenses bend light, because you're going it through a different density. So if indeed this is a magnetic plasma event, look how the whole horizon has literally warped down completely out of your view. And what appears to be the most telling points in this shot right here. 3 distinct spots. Let me go back, slow that down. Let me stop at the right time here. Right, how about right there? 1, 2, 3, and possibly a fourth one, but these are straight. I believe those to be what almost would have looked like a kind of a cloud punch, but it happened too fast. Let's watch that a little bit faster. And we can see that the skyline returns back to normal. It has been literally warped completely out of view. And keep in mind, there would be the next thing I want to show you at this point right here. Look at this signature right here. Do you see this? I'll tell you what that looks like to me. The early signs of what? So I made a video called Ancient Nibiru Plasma Event Worldwide. You should go watch it if you haven't seen it. I've got this information from the Thunderbolt Project and his artwork. He suggested it was Venus or something else, but was it Venus that was interacting with Planet X when it got too close? This is cave art from around the world. This signature right here, which suggests of the plasma art that they're written from all around the world. Please go back and see it. Are we seeing this today? What might be these strange beams of light from around the world? And so in this video from China, Russia, right here. And here's the key. When we go look at an actual plasma event that would have been seen on its outside edge where the light was converging, this torus, is this the same thing that we see in this video right here? Is this the beginning of a plasma event that happened? I have other plasma events over in Hawaii, and these strange beams of light that light the whole sky for a fraction of a second. Is that what this is? Well, let's go on to Mr. M BB3 channel, and let's watch what could have been the same event last week. So in this video, this electrical reaction, which is like Jacob's arc literally walking across the wires. Let's call that a Jacob's ladder. I actually made one of these. A high voltage wire. That voltage must have been, 500,000 volts for it to arc across. So that's from the Mr. M BB3 channel. And this reaction that we saw in this video here, I made a similar video that shows this same similar reaction. And we can see, and I suggest that this was the Planet X plasma tail and or its magnetic. Let's see if I can pull this up. So Planet X in this release document, I could leave a link in the description, but I had done this many times before, but it says that Planet X had a magnetic field that extends 8 AUs, way past. That's like from the sun to Saturn. Okay, that's how big. And they say that this would come out as like a star. These surges, it would come out as like wave after wave, like a hurricane. This thing comes in close. This is what it would probably look like in the magnetic spectrum. And as you get, and this planet has a spin at 36,000 rotations, I guess it was per day. In another YouTube channel, Identify This has made multiple videos, endless videos, on the same distortion effect that I just showed you. And showing constantly how in this misty-like environment that this unexplained light just keeps warping and changing, and it keeps pointing out thoroughly, please, before you judge this, notice these are not just drops of water. People carefully look at, we know what drops of water look like on the lens. We see it on all the different spectrums, and she has made multiple videos of this distortion light. So here's one from her channel. Things get weirder. She has really got an eye for it. Again, they thoroughly explain that this light's distorting, lights get brighter and darker. And what I wanted to say was, in this environment, when you've got a planet made of cesium traveling and spinning at 36,000 miles an hour with a magnetic field that is the same as the orbit of Saturn around our sun. That thing is huge. And when you've got this rotational effect, any electrical engineer could tell you that this would force current down any electrical conduit, for creating voltage on the line. And if it gets high enough, it will create arcing between power lines. So we expect to see more bizarre gravitational electromechanical features happening around. So I hope it explains some of the bizarre stuff we have. Let's watch this footing again. So here is very telling that in this electrical, look at how it seems to be a plasma discharge from the ground to the sky. And right at this point here seems to be the 3 access points where they're traveling in just collapsing space, right where the plasma would be, right along this line. And when it's heated, you're going to have expanded molecules, less dense in air, and which would bend the light, acting like a lens. So that is what I think this is. And almost like a bomb going off. That is pretty stunning. So please copy, like, and share this video. I hope I covered it all. Have a blessed day and see you at the Lord's Supper.